guys, it's a 4:51 p.m. Today is April 26th. Today is Wednesday, and today we had an after effect of Microsoft and Google's earning from yesterday's after close. So or going to be. So ES&Q Dow preferred sellers area is the line in sand for sellers going into the day, and they have to hold it below. So sellers have to hold it below preferred sellers line in sand. So below preferred sellers focus on shorts, above focus on longs. Basically yesterday's closing plus few points up is a seller's line in sand, in a way. That is what it means here. Seller's area is yesterday's closing plus few points up. If sellers fails to do so, equal to price may run higher towards yesterday's mid or even yesterday's high. Microsoft and Google's earning effect will be there. Watch Microsoft around 297, 296 or 291. It may give us a hint today. And rest is same, right? So I watched this all my morning trades pretty much before 10:20. It was driven by Microsoft up and down. I basically both did. I went long, I went short. In the morning chop, I pretty much traded based on Microsoft, because I mentioned it here, right? So I was watching it and I just used that. So today there was no internals or anything I used. Even I didn't even read the price action. All I focus on Microsoft, and I traded equities based on Microsoft movement. That is all I did today. And I know that sellers are there above around this area, and below sellers are active, right? So yesterday's closing area was this 06 plus few point up, right? 06, 10, 11, like 4-5 points, right? So that's the boundary, and you can see it, that boundary held it. Sellers defended overall, right, of the open and after that, correct? NQ same thing. Yesterday's closing was around this area, and pretty much it held it. So now we know focus on sellers below that area, right? And then 98, 96, that was important, which is this area, So now that is Microsoft, right? So hold on, let me pull out. So today I'm not going to talk about internals, right? Because price gap down, internals were also down, right? So not too much down, not too much up. So there was nothing here to watch. All we can think about is level, right? So we know that 96, 98, based on our Discord discussion, 96, 98 was important, which is this area, okay? And this area also, 89 to 81, and this area, okay? So, and then 10, 11, 6 to 9, I said, 6 to 9, that is what I used the word in Discord in the morning, So price was holding, and sellers are supposed to hold it below this area, correct? So then I started watching Microsoft right up the open. I knew that 296.7 is the area to watch, right, which is this. See that was a resistance, okay? So you can see it right up the open. It opened right at 296.50 or 60, went to 297, right, and then it got rejection, closed lower below this area. That was the first sign. I saw it as a sellers are active or going to be active in equities, But I said, first 10 minutes, 15 minutes wait. Let option players figure out these things, Then you play. See, only on occasionally I use particular stocks to trade equities. Only on given few days. Very, very few days. Barely, I would say 4 or 5 days in a year. I trade different way. And only 4 or 5 days in a year I use Dow to trade NQ and ES, right? But today was Microsoft, right? So I used Microsoft. So the moment it went down here and closed here, first 1 minute, right? That was my hint. Then it went down, 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 right? So first 5 minutes it was down. Second 5 minute, it was up, right? Now I know this area can act as a resistance, correct? So, and you can see it here. Touched here and trying to go down, right? That was 940 or 935, somewhere in between, right? 940, 41. that was my first trade right here. See that? 0201 short or 4100 short. So I didn't even watch the price here. What I watched was I had my hand sitting on ready to push the button. So when Microsoft went here, right, and like slide coming down, I just pressed the button in equities. I didn't even see the price where it is, like exit price. It could be here, it could be here. I don't care, I just shorted it right there, So my field price was 4101 or something. And then I was watching these things, I was thinking it should go to 291, right? And I was watching it, and then it came down here, pause here, and then again down, right? So I drew a line at 294 here. That was my real-time line, and then it came down here and it stopped here. Now that was not my level. My level was 291, but it stopped here, right there, which was around 944. Okay, and then ES was at 96 area. So I know 96 is important, so I built out and I marked this 292 at that point. So I drew a line here and I drew a line at 294 at that time. Then I wanted to see Microsoft holding it below 294, so but here it went above it. Hold on, so this here it went above it, right? That means it could be a failed breakdown of this balance, could be. So since it went above it, I want 294 to act as a support here. So by the moment it came down here around 948, you can see it, ES was touching 96 again. So I went long there, and then I wanted to see this Microsoft going above 295. So it's like a dollar moves. I basically played dollar move in Microsoft up and down, but in equities, not in Microsoft. Okay, so 294. Now I drew another line in my mind that okay, so it's like this. See that here it went above it, right, and then sliced through this area 295. So 295 can act as a resistance. Okay, so I drew a line there at that time when it went to 295, came down, it held 294, ES was at 96, I went long. Okay, and then 295 acted as a resistance, price couldn't move, so I built out right here. See that? Then since it's 2 times it acted as a resistance, right, I shorted it here also. See, if you look at it here, it was ping-ponging between 95 94, right? Overall it was downtrending, correct? So that's why I took a short right here. So NQ, I mimicked the same thing. Whenever I took a short in ES, I did in NQ also. So you have to just match it up the time. But NQ was not random. See here, it was my favorite dream numbers area. See that how it held it 1 2 3 4 times. So there was a short at dream number. Problem was NQ was not moving lower. See this, there was no level here, so I couldn't go long in NQ. Shorts I can because it was at the level, but NQ here I couldn't go long unless ES moves, then I can go long at the level like here 940 or 930. See here, I can go long here, something like that. Okay, then 89 81, that was a support, right? It was a preferred buyers area. I don't want to mess around with the preferred buyers area, right? So I took a profit here, and then I said now look for longs, but long not at 89, not long, look for 81 to 78 area. So I basically gave a room here below this area like 3 points. So I said 81 to 78, if it comes there, look for long. That is what I said at right around 1010, so which I took a profit here, and then I was waiting and I was praying, please come, right? So it came to 81. So I said when it comes to 81 right here, move down to the lowest time frame you can find, and then find your trade. So I use 30-second chart, and even lower, 15-second, 20-second, So I saw 81.50 hitting 2 times and price couldn't go lower. That's where I took the long. So first time when it hits here, because that was the support, so 10-second chart I used it. See that failure to break. So I don't use it often, 10-second, but I price was exhausted here into good support, preferred buyers area. That's why I opened it up, because I knew if it touches there and if bounces swiftly, I will miss the trade, right? So that's why I had to zoom it to the lower time frame, just to take the trade if something works out, So it was around like 10:28.30 second or something, So that's where I took the long. My initial target was 89, 87 area, and then I said 91.50. It should go up to that point, right? But I was already like couple of trades, way more than what I'm supposed to do. I usually do 1 or 2 trades. So I bailed out at right at 86.5. In NQ also I took the long at the same time, around 10:28, which is right around here. Say this 900, it went through it, went above it, so right here. Same time 906 was my fill, so, and then I built out both together. Okay, and then that's where I said I'm done for the day. Now I'm going to only watch. I said watch here, it will go to 91.50, and then I said 91.50. If it goes there, I wanted to see it coming down to 87. See here, 87 held. So that is what I said in Discord, 91.50 to 87. Now hold on. So, and then it came down to 87. It just poked there. Like it was holding higher at 89, and in one candle it came there, touched 87, and then bounce. That was the sign something is up. Buyers are holding it, and then you see a chop here, and I said if it goes above 96.98 or it goes above 91.50, most likely 96.98, and that's the seller's line in sand. They have to defend it. If they don't, then price will go higher to the next area, and if it breaks this, then it will go to 16.21. Failure here or here, it will go lower. So here you can see it. See this circle, 91.50 taken out, and you can see it here, even it held 91.50. See that? That's a pullback right there. That was your long, if you want to go long, targeting this. Then you can see it here also. This is all I talked about in Discord. All these levels. Focus on levels. So 96.98, right? You can see it. See, now you can say, can I short here, right? So you have to look for smaller time frame setup here. So it was around 11 o'clock. Where is NQ at that time? Right at this high, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, NQ touched this area, couldn't go lower, right? And there was a divergence here between ES and NQ right here. See, when price went up, there was a divergence here also, right? ES made a new low, NQ did not made a new low, so that was a divergence going on, right? And now NQ is going higher, it may go through it, and it already did 4 tests here, right? So if NQ can go through it, ES will go through it. That's why there is no short here. But if price goes higher, you can try to go long here. So you can see it here. See that it went through 96.98 right here. Then slight pullback, which is back into this area. You can go long here, right? At that time it was around 1107. NQ was already above this right here. See that? So now NQ is going to go towards this area, top boundaries, right? So here you bail out. When NQ hits here, you bail out in ES at that time, right? And now you wait. And that was around 11:11, right? So I was done here, right? I was outside. Then I was in my garden, doing gardening, yard work. So here I checked in my mobile when price was here. I said, this is what I said in Discord. Hold on. Oh, right here. Here, see, checking 11:21, which is right around here. When ES was breaking out above morning range, pretty much, right? everything was looking bullish, right? Look at internal, see that everything, AD was rising, momentum was picking up, right here, right? So instead of thinking longs, I said, look, remember to too fast up, which is TOO, equal to exhaustion, and it will come down, right? So here I said that too fast up, exhaustion, it may come down, right? Now you are watching here. Then I said 1011 or 1622 in ES are potential area for coming down if you see a strong response, right? 1011 and 1622. So 10, 11, right? And 1622 above. So now you watch. After this, right, this statement, price pull back to here, again went higher, right? Again it came down. So I said 10, 11. I didn't use 6, right? So now you are not supposed to do anything here. Remember, I used word 10, 11, right? Not 06, correct? But here you can see there was a breakdown, correct? It was around 1137. So let's watch NQ. See, now I'm doing it with you, watching it, right? Because I was outside during that time. So this is after the fact. What was the time? 1137, right? So $11.37, which is this, right? So now look at here in NQ. See, when you are in doubt, you have to watch both indexes. See, and now I'm doing exercise with you, right? Whether we can make a short there or not, right? Even though it's not to 10, 11, but we saw a breakdown, right? So this is 11.36, which is right there, this candle, right? So now you can see it, ES broke down, correct, below this area. And now at this point in time, right, you had my Discord statement saying 9, 10, 11. So now you know at least price is not coming down from 10, 11, right? This could be a fake because it's coming from 06. But let's for now just assume that this is a real breakdown, right? And maybe price wants to go lower, correct? So now you can see internals also. See that internals, it was here AD, and here also AD at the same level pretty much, right? There is no weakness here, okay? Second thing is NQ. See, ES went below this entire thing. Did NQ went below this entire thing, which is this high? Pretty much. See, this high you can convert into support, right? So for example, you can say, and dream number can act as a support, this dream number, right? So you want to see NQ flushing down below this, then you can watch for shorts in ES at that time, right? So let's see what happened. Did NQ bounce? Yes. Did it go through it? No. So now you can see ES also. So in fact you can take a long here, right there, right here you can go long, okay? But targeting 10, 11, but that's fine, you know, it's not a trade that you want to take. Now what? Now we had a breakout, correct, about this balance. Now what do you want to see? You want to see after it breaks out, you want to see it holding it, right? That's the first condition, correct? And then you want to see price now hitting 10, 11. So let's see. See, it held it here, see that? And then it hit here, let's see. Hits it, right? And then what happened? Again comes down, right? So now you want to see this area also forming up. You want to see this area holding, right? And that was, what time was it? 12:14. Uh, 12:14. NQ was here, holding above Globex high, right? So Globex high can turn into support. This area can act as a support now, What if it goes through it? Then you have your short setup ready. Why? Because it got rejection from here 10 11, and this area you can consider as a mini balance breakdown if that happens, and it failed to hold above this area. Okay, 3 scenarios to short if that happens, right? And by the time NQ you want to see what? Breaking below Globex high, right? And possibly below this area. Then you can have your short, right? So let's see. See here, down, break down below this balance, right? And it is right at this edge. But in that process, coming here, it broke down below this box, correct? So it was at 1218, which is NQ was here also, right? It also break below it, correct? Now watch. Next 2 candles here, you can see it couldn't go higher above this box. See that? But tiny candle, see that? 1, 2. Now you can even put your order right here, sell order, if you want, or you can even short right here. Now look what happened. Which is CNQ, pull back to Globex high, 1228, right? This area can act as a resistance, 1228, which is, see, there is another trade also coming. That's why I'm showing you these things. Right here, ES was right here, this was, let's draw a line here, correct? So this was the morning high, which is right here, okay? So this morning high is important because it was early morning high, right? So break down below this, let's say you shorted here, right? Or you waited for NQ to do something, correct? Then price lies through this morning high also. See that? Here is a sign that this area now can act as a resistance. These 2 lines, okay? Or this area, I would say. So when NQ pull back to here, right? This was your short in ES, not in NQ, but in ES, yes. NQ, once it goes through this 978 dream number, right? Now NQ is proving the case more, So you can take a short here, or with the flow right here. Now target is 96, 98, same level, so around 1236, right? So which is here, second dream number, you can take a profit here, and in ES you can take a profit here, right? Now ideally you should not be trading. Why? Because this area was traded both ways, up and down both ways, right? So you can only target this middle, which is this area, and then you can call it a day off, because at that point price can go up and come down here, or go through it down, maybe here again bounce back up, go down, either or. So let's watch. See here, it created a chop, right? So if you're trading here in this chop, you get killed, and you will basically give up your morning profit in this chop. See, that's why, remember, I didn't even see this price action, right? Right here I said you should call it a day off, and then you can see it up, down, right? Little bit in this area now, then broke down. Once it breaks down, this area can act as a, remember I said once it goes down, come back down. So here you can short. See, I'm walking you through it, all the price action, since I was not here, now I'm watching all this price action, right? So which was around 1335. So let's watch here. Did NQ give us any trade? See here, trim number acted as a resistance, but NQ there was no trade here since it was still in the chop. ES, see this chop, so you can't trade it here. Only way you can do it is a breakdown, okay? ES was clear, chop was clear, price broke down, pull back, you short here and down, right? And then you take profit wherever you want to, based on these levels, and that's it, So and that's enough trades, you don't have to take every damn trade, this is good enough, patience is the key. You have to wait for the setup, and that be all for today.